I'm going to walk you through AppBuddy Cloud for partner deal management. And I'm going to start in Salesforce, and I'm going to start from the perspective of a partner who's working on an account. You'll see I have a partner workspace and a vendor workspace. I'm actually doing both of these out of the same Salesforce org for the simplicity of the demo, but these are actually going to be connecting to two different Salesforce orgs, one being the partner, one being the vendor, and we'll go through that in a second. So as a partner, I've got Salesforce. I'm working on this account at ABB, right? And I have an AppBuddy Cloud grid integrated into this, and you'll see it's within my partner org. That's Chile Inc. And this is actually my deal registration grid. But I can manage my opportunities with all the great benefits that AppBuddy gives me, where I can easily edit in line and I can choose all the fields that I need that are relevant for me to manage my process. However, what's really, really powerful and unique is alongside my opportunity that I've just created with ABB, I can connect to the vendor CRM. So see, this is the opportunity and deal registration for me to connect into the vendor CRM. So rather than having to go over to the portal and enter a lot of this information that I already have into the portal separately and bouncing back and forth between the two screens, trying to remember the data, etc., I can do it right here. And not only that, I can select this deal. Let me go ahead and update the registration date here to today. And then I can copy down all the selected fields. So I know what ELA they're on, I know the amount, I know the close date I'm projecting, etc. I can copy all that without having to enter it twice. I also, though, need to register this opportunity against the account, and I'm searching through the vendor's system to find that account to match this opportunity up against. So I can not only update the data, I can do the lookups and everything that I need to. Now, the vendor is also asking me to add a little bit more information and context around this deal registration, so I can begrudgingly do that, and I can connect the campaign, business need. Let's say I got a lead from a trade show, none at this time. And of course, this is going to be pending when it goes into the system. This would probably be a default value. And then the opportunity has to have a stage, and typically that might be defaulted to, let's say, qualification, but we just have that here. So now I have not had to do any double entry, and I can save this. It's going to now update my registration date in my system as the partner, and it's going to save this opportunity into the vendor's org. I've registered this deal with all the things that I need to do, and I haven't had to leave my system or double enter any data. So I can see now that that's been saved here, and there's still the pending status. So this is amazing for partners to be able to do. In some cases, the vendor may want me to update opportunities that I'm working on their behalf. Maybe I'm the only partner in a region and the vendor does not have a sales rep there. So I'm actually owning all of the opportunities in that region. Or perhaps they want us to actively collaborate and co-sell with the AEs, and they give us the ability to update opportunities. So I could manage my opportunities. Notice this is opportunities within my partner CRM. Got 4 here. But I've also, again, connected these with the vendor CRM opportunities. And so if we want to do a full synchronization and see what's different, first of all, we can show the deltas. Notice that with WAGO, Master New Business, the amount is different, so we highlighted that, but the stage is the same, the probability is the same. With Big Data ABC, all of these fields are different, so we've highlighted all of those. So then I can either select different opportunities once I've reviewed each one to copy the information and then save those to synchronize, or I could just copy them all. All the deltas I've now updated, and you'll see all the updates show up in yellow here, so I can review them before I commit the changes, and then I can just save it. So this is incredible. We talked to several partners who are responsible for managing a full pipeline with their vendors. And this takes them hours and hours every week or every month to do all this data. Many of them will hire an admin to do all of this. And now this is done in just minutes. Now, in many cases, kind of like we saw in that registered deal, the vendor may not want me to update all that information on the opportunity. So they may want to present me with the opportunities that I'm working, but perhaps they do want me to do some active collaboration with the rep, the AE from the vendor, and they want to maybe just expose 1 or 2 fields like partner activities. So I could, have a running, we do this with our next steps with our own AEs internally. I could say, had a great call, moving forward, and I could log this partner activity against the opportunity without changing anything else. And then, for example, the rep could get a notification that partner logged a new activity, and they could check that out, and maybe they want to advance the field after they've reviewed that. Now, if we want to get really powerful in terms of managing our partner activities, we could create a partner-specific object related to the opportunity, such as partner meetings and activities. And here, rather than just adding it in one field, we could keep track of several types of activities. And this would, of course, all be related to ABB. And whatever information we want, let's not make it too onerous on the partner, but maybe it's an in-person, and then we followed up with a video conference, and this happened today, and this happened last week. And I'm the one creating it, so it'll get logged. And then this is going to be, I need to log this against the opportunity, so this will search against that opportunity as well. And now, for example, a partner could update all the activities against the opportunity, which might be necessary to earn the highest level of commission, for example, to show all the work that they're doing. Or the vendor may want to see, hey, what kinds of activities tend to lead to our best close rates with our partners? What kind of engagement are we getting? And I'm doing all of this as a partner within my CRM. So any of these objects and the fields and the data, they can all be hooked up with AppBuddy Cloud. So the last thing to complete this process that we'll show from the vendor side is maybe I want to see, the partners logging all these great meetings. Let me go ahead and save this. So we had 2 with ABB, and let me save this now. I'm saving it back from the partner CRM interface into the vendor CRM. So I can see that those got created here. And then if I go back to the vendor workspace, I've got those deal approvals that we looked at before, and then partner activities. So this will show me all of the partner activities. These were just created, and I can also see them related to opportunities. Now, for some reason, this didn't pick up the opportunity, but you get the idea. Typically, those would connect, and you can see who created it, this user, and now I can measure activities. I can see what's happening in my region. I might relate these to an account, etc. And so I can manage all of that as a vendor.